Welcome to my overview of the Akeeba Framework on Framework's profound and positive impact on LaSalleMart. This is Bob Bloom from Toronto, Canada, and LaSalleMart is my Joomla e-commerce technology built from scratch using the Joomla 3 series and the superb Akeeba Framework on Framework. This introductory screencast is one of many that I am producing today, May 1st, 2014. LaSalleMart is married to the Akeeba Framework on Framework. The Framework on Framework is created specifically for Joomla and provides wonderful value propositions. This is the documentation on the Akeeba site. This is the GitHub repo of it. And there's Nicholas on the phone. This is my knowledge base page, which I have on a separate part of Confluence on the Framework on Framework. There are three basic propositions that are delivered to LaSalleMart when changes are made in Joomla, and there's no guarantee in the future. But so far, it's done a great job in intermediating changes in Joomla so that I don't have to make those changes in LaSalleMart. They're done through the Akeeba Framework on Framework. Another value proposition is that the framework brings out the native strengths of Joomla in ways that Joomla itself lacks. This is principally done, but not solely done, through what's called the HMVC, where a component can talk to another component. And instead of being a silo, it can talk to another component. This is very profound. I've been able to create multiple small, targeted, scoped components that talk to each other. In fact, it's been quite a journey of discovery in how to program components that talk to each other, because I haven't done that before. It's been fabulous. Actually, the coupons, the products, and the cart. Anyways, that was quite an experience. Because the Framework on Framework handles a lot of overhead that every single component would require, the framework handles that overhead that Joomla demands. So my components do not have to provide that overhead, therefore they're small and it's faster to program. It's been a bit of a culture change in all of this and how to tap the framework, but it's been a wonderful outcome. The one thing about the Framework on Framework is that it requires a discipline. If you don't use the discipline, you will not get the value propositions that the framework offers. So there is a discipline that is imposed, which is good. You have a discipline. So you'll be able to see this in the underneath technicals. So I have here the folder structure, and you can see, actually I've got the plugins here. Let's get to the components, the admin components. So you can see there's multiple. That's the flagship component. There's the Canadian tax component, the cart, the coupon. They all have the same type of folder structure, the same kind of thing. You'll be able to read that. It does impose a certain feel to the right now to the components, and I kept that a little raw because in this stage of the game, it's learning how to get that going to get the full value of the framework. But I've compensated that through a way to try to traverse the different components without irritating you. Especially in the tables. The tables themselves, I know this is hard to read. This is the product table. If you go to the structure, the last part is very structured. It's the same. It's whether you use it or not, I tend to keep all of the standard ones. The naming of the primary and all this stuff that people don't care about is a big help in getting more lightning quick development. And as we explode the development and get more people involved, and as it grows, there is a facility to handle that between the Framework and Framework and the Atlassian. We're in really good shape for that. So, boy, is that a quick one. I do have more about this on my blog and certainly have talked about it on my podcasts. and I thank you for watching.